Well done to Sonic and everyone involved with that movie, because in its second weekend in a row, it has taken yet another victory. Because Sonic in its second weekend has beat out a Disney movie in its opening weekend, which is absolutely fantastic. It just beat out Call of the Wild in its opening weekend, which is great, which is fantastic. Now, Call of the Wild isn't like completely a Disney movie, because it was technically made by 20th Century, whatever Disney is calling that studio now. But it is under the Disney umbrella, so we can say that Sonic has beat out a Disney movie, which is always fantastic to say. I love saying it. I love it when Disney gets beat at the box office, even if it is over something like Call of the Wild, which Call of the Wild did not make very much money in its opening weekend. It only made 24 million. This movie is going to be a flop, probably. That is my prediction. Because look at the budget. It has a $135 million budget, which means Call of the Wild probably has to make around 200 million in order to break even, which is not going to be happening with this movie. I don't think this movie is going to be making 200 million at all. But Sonic continues to do very well, because now it has made 203 million worldwide, which means that it has beat out Birds of Prey, not only domestically, but internationally, which is absolutely fantastic. That tastes so good. I love it. I love it. So, Sonic is doing very well. It continues to do very good in the box office, which is very, very awesome to see. It is so exciting, so awesome to see Sonic continue to get the love and support that it absolutely deserves. So, Sonic the Hedgehog holds on to number 1. Call of the Wild overperforms into second. So Paramount's, which I guess maybe they were expecting Call of the Wild to not do as well as it did. I still don't think this movie is going to do very well. I think especially in its second weekend, it might have a pretty good second weekend, but it's not going to be enough in order to pull it through to be making back what it needs. Because unfortunately, Call of the Wild had a really big budget. Look at Sonic's budget, by the way. Sonic only had a budget of 85 million. So, that's a pretty big difference right there. So, Paramount Sonic the Hedgehog managed to hold off 20th Century's The Call of the Wild, which is technically under Disney now. So, let's just continue to say that Sonic has beat Disney, because I just love saying that. I love being able to just say that. Hey, Disney bought the ticket. They have to take this ride now. They bought out 20th Century. They literally bought it out. So it is technically under Disney now. So for a second weekend at number 1, topping 106 million after just 10 days in release, and already ranking as the 4th largest video game adaptation domestically of all time. And it probably is going to end up being the number 1. It probably is going to end up being the number 1. So STX's release, Bram's The Boy 2, currently holds a narrow lead for a 4th place finish, while True TV's release of Impractical Jokers, the movie, managed to land just outside the top 10 despite playing in just 357 locations. So, Paramount Sonic the Hedgehog dipped a little more than we anticipated, but still managed to hold on to the number 1 spot at the weekend box office over its sophomore frame. The film fell 55% compared to its strong debut, which is a pretty big drop. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. That is a pretty big drop. And maybe I don't really know what the reason for that is, but I think it will continue to do well in the box office despite this. So compared to its strong, and it's already made back its money, so that's always exciting to see as well. So I think that Paramount is feeling really good about this, and I think that they're probably already planning right now what they're going to be doing next. So that's pretty cool to see. So compared to its strong debut last weekend, and delivered an estimated 26 million over the 3-day push, pushing the film's domestic cume over 106 million after just 10 days in release. So it's going to continue to do well. I don't know if I don't know if it's going to beat out Angry Birds. It might beat out Angry Birds. I totally forgot that Angry Birds was a thing. So I think that overall, I think that people are really enjoying Sonic, and I think that it's probably going to end up making more than Angry Birds, but we'll have to wait and see. So internationally, Sonic added another 38 million, pushing the international cume to 96 million for a global total tally topping 203 million, which by the way is more than Birds of Prey. So that's exciting, right? That's always very cool to see, and everyone is very upset about this. Everyone is not happy with Sonic doing so well, and there's so many people that are writing articles about how like this is just pandering to the fans. The fans are so entitled. How dare they ask for a change in Sonic's look, even though he looked like a complete and total nightmare? How dare they ask? And how dare the studio listen to the fans? The mainstream media does not like it when the studios listen to the fans, so they are not very happy about that. And I'm going to be doing a video about something else that they are saying now, which is absolutely outrageous, but that's going to be a video for tomorrow. So, you know, subscribe if you're new around here, and then you can keep an eye out for that video tomorrow. Pretty crazy stuff that they're now talking about with Sonic, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. But let's see. So there you go. There's kind of the overall gist of what's happening this weekend. Sonic continues to do well, which is awesome to see. And then let's see. I can't remember what comes out next weekend. I don't think it's. I think Onward comes out next weekend. No, not Onward. The Invisible Man comes out next weekend. So I don't know. That might not hurt Sonic all that much, because that is more of an adult horror type of film, and this is obviously a family film. Call of the Wild probably hurt Sonic even more than The Invisible Man is going to, but we'll have to wait and see, because obviously Call of the Wild is kind of a kid's movie as well. So, but I hear that Call of the Wild is actually a pretty good film, even though it has horrendous CG when it comes to the dog and stuff. So, with that being said, let me know in the comments below what you think about this. What do you think about Sonic continuing to do well? It is very awesome to see. Sonic absolutely deserves every dollar that it earns. If you haven't seen Sonic yet, please go see the movie. It is great. And we should definitely continue to support these types of movies that actually go out of their way to honor the fans and respect the fans. So, I appreciate that. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll talk to you all very soon in another video. Talk to you later.